What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both right now with something we haven't done in a little while, a tipsy market watch. And my first things to note here are White Dragon Weaver Buster and something I used to call Cola Serpent. This is Collapse Serpent, and Collapse Serpent for the supers have been going up, as have Weaver Buster from Astral Pack 6, so a while back here. Now, there's too many commons on both of these to really just dive up in value, so it's only the supers that have been trending upward slowly, but they've been running out of quantity very fast. So why is this? Well, Thunder Dragons Online, I've noticed, have been playing this a lot, both in their regular variant and the Dino variants. And what's really awesome about this is, like, let's say you get rid of or discard a Thunder Dragon monster, and then you banish it for Weaver Buster. You get a plus there and the body on board. And then when Weaver Buster goes away, you're able to link away with it.
TRASHHHH commons.
Trash commons. Yeah. I pick these out every time still. But Weaver Buster here, it's able to banish the Thunder Dragon, get the Thunder Dragon's effect, and then you're also able to link it away, get a Collapse Serpent, be able to then banish the Weaver Buster, go up, and it really enables the Summon Sorceress place, if anything, through its linking. So both the super rares, I think, even towards this price point, are relatively good pickups. Like, it's been steadily rising to this point. You have it, you know, $4 to $5 on both. JRB Jobber Collectibles doesn't care that the price is rising. I love him. I would go with him. And he has best offer on. Ooh, so does the other guy. But I would go with Jobber. Job is awesome. But I digress. I think this is actually pretty cool. Whenever you see something like this creep up in play online, people act surprised when it comes out at an event, but it's definitely been rising and rising. It's really good for link summoning and evolving the Thunder Dragon deck as it is. They're level 4s if you want to play around with that in the Danger build. Yeah, I'm a trash player. Danger, Dino, Thunder is legitimately what I've been playing on stream for a while if you come check out the live streams, but it's pretty awesome to see this evolve and come back. You know, we haven't really seen these in the meta so much for a long time, and it's awesome to see them kind of start to say their presence. Now, Frames. Oh, Billy's favorite archetype. Frames. They're starting to rise a little in price, and why is this overall? Why are these going up? Well, we have a Link Monster announced from Link Frames Pack 2, where Frames can be activated from the hand, even where monsters are on board, and that happens to be a generic Link. And this is really starting to impress itself on the OCG, and Beta, you know, needs a reprint, would be nice, but Gamma's had its reprint, and the Ultras are still pretty expensive. They're going to be the max rarity. I would probably get them over the supers if you're intending for value to go up, but we look at Beta, it's 5 lowest on eBay. That's pretty crazy. 4 lowest on TCG Player. There's going to be a disparity in prices because eBay had a lot of sales lately, so TCG Player keeps tending to be the better place to shop lately, but always check both on your prices. I think the Frames might be a little overstated, but at the same time, once that link is announced and is going to come out, everything's going to go up like this, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down. You want to have these in your trade binder or for yourself if you want to play them as an option. And I've never liked Frames for one particular reason. They play a brick naturally, but this brick has been $3 to $5 before, and the ultra rare version is sitting here at 5 cents. So also something to consider is the highest rarity of this that once used to be $3 to $5 is now readily available, and you could actually probably see this go up to $1 to $2 once that card is announced as well, because you'll need it for all the Frames. But definitely, I think that it's better to pick up the engine now than later. You'll definitely see a spike in this once that link is announced. There's no way it won't be. The OCG is oversaturated with this card, and my Discord was discussing it. Some people call it mistakes, like they have Maxi over there. They're obviously going to Maxi before you make the link. Other people say it's really good because, like, once you have your 2 cards, you make this link, you're able to use Gamma from hand now, and you just need 2 cards to combo off, right? So your Gamma can protect you. It really comes down to preference, and I've never liked playing the brick, but I could see that this is going to get hyped down the road in the future. Vampire Sucker is disappearing in quantity. It really is, and there's people holding back on the other side that are like, yo, if this disappears, oh, well, never mind. Refresh, Guardian Games ND, 55 copies. That's what happens when you have all your tabs loaded and you do a live market watch. 55 freaking copies. GG. Guardian Games, GG. You got me. But definitely something that's been disappearing in quantities and is interesting. And there you have it. Somebody was ready. Somebody was like, yo, this card's going to bust up. So there is a natural ceiling on this card in terms of it just being bought out completely. But it's risen towards $18. It's very low quantities overall on eBay. And obviously a lot of people think it's money. It's gonna avoid the list. It's going to avoid the ban list no matter what. They're going to push that structure deck, maybe with more cards, and we'll have to look to see what's coming out in our dual power, maybe Futures Battles of Legend. There's a generically good zombie card that was a jump promo. I don't know. It's just bubbling. That zombie Link deck is bubbling as being, like, really up there in tier 1. And I don't know what it's missing, but they really could just put it in dual power or TCG exclusive. We've seen several TCG exclusive zombies, so a lot of people are invested into this. A lot of people have been buying it out. It continuously just feels like it's rising. Be aware that if you have this card, it's worth a decent chunk as we race towards Battles of Legend and Megaton season. Maybe something to consider selling. I feel like I'm dancing on a grave every time I bring this up, but Sky Strikers have fallen further. While actually Widow Anchor, when I've refreshed my tabs, has gone back up from what it was like 22 earlier in the day. And you see 35 here. It actually was at 33. And it's more on eBay as it is. Let's actually look at Sky Striker Widow Anchor and see what it is on eBay real quick. 22. Yeah, so cheaper over here on eBay. And then you always have Lude Ray. Always. You just can't avoid her. So Sky Strikers, in my opinion, it's going to, round about maybe at 30 for Engage. People just are adamant that this is going to be hit on the FNL list, and we've avoided one, but we have our WCQ list coming up. And we don't know if that's before or after Chicago because it expires sooner than Chicago. I think we'll play this current list for Chicago, and it will change after based on Chicago towards the team tournament to give it a little bit of hype, because that's going to be our first look at the new meta for the WCQ season. That's my personal take. Ban lists are always speculation. But with speculation, remember, this spiked way high the moment it missed one list. It could do it again, or it could just get slammed as it's been winning events and been continue to be played. So take it as you will. They're not really using the new pieces to sell the set. They made them lower rarity every time. I personally think it will get hit, but you're speculating, and it continues to fall. So everybody seems to be agreeing, oh man, this is gonna get slapped. It's gonna get taken care of. I'm reading chat a little bit. Trust me, I can multitask. I'm bringing up Soul Fusion not because all the prices are falling, not because our Danger Snack boy is under 30, but because Titan is just $3. I gotta say I'm wrong once in a while. I was like, this is $6. This is such a deal. Now it's $3. This is actually one of the most ridiculous things. Such a deal. $6. Oh, sorry, you lost half your value. Yeah, Titan definitely just kept falling. It's one of those things, like, fall. It's pretty crazy how far he's come. So, I don't know what to tell you guys other than I was wrong. Many other people were wrong. At Sneak Peeks, people were flipping these for 70s, and now it's 3. Feels bad, man, if you were one of those guys who overpaid. Colossus still holding in around, like, 50, though. Very close to. Actually, under the $50 mark. Where can it go? Millennium Eyes Restrict has been holding steady value and steadily creeping up. It's an instant fusion option to help you deal with hand traps as well. But over here on eBay, you'll see new listings for cheaper like this one. So you do want to keep your eyes out. Was that one terrible, or was it terrible? Your eyes out on this card. So, I personally prefer 1,000 Eyes Restrict. I rarely fit it in, but I do understand when you're using 2-card combos, being able to put something like this out and stop a hand trap is very powerful for a crucial moment. Gem Knight Amber was brought up on stream. It's gone up further than I recall it being at, but again, this is played for Thunder Dragon, similar to Gem Knight Prismaru. Both of these are just brilliant fusion targets in the Thunder Dragon decks. They automatically put a fusion out for you in the pure. You need Amber as the Thunder that you want to play in the deck as well. Remember, it is actually treated as a normal monster as it's a Gemini, which is big yikes, big ouchies if you're, looking to fuse it away for Colossus. So, remember that, but yeah, that's why the engine's going up, but the fusion's up way higher than I recall it. I remember this being like towards 8 to 10, and now it's at 12 cheapest over here. But you will get new listings here and there that are maybe a little cheaper, like this $10 one. I don't know if it's near mint though. Let's used. Please look at the card in order to determine. I hate those because they're gonna use an angle that's gonna miss something, It's used. I see the corner bent off the edge. I see a little edge wear, but man, it looks okay. But like, I'm sure there's something wrong with it I'm not catching, you know? So like, the near mint listings are what you gotta trust. And they're pretty high over here too on eBay. Just be aware, that's for Thunder Dragons. There's not a particular special reason. And rounding out this is Boral Dragon, which is surprisingly going up for the secret rare circuit break version, and even going up a little. This was like at 22 flat, now towards 23 on TCG Player. This is getting a reprint, and people are just showing their long-term value. This is something I had to learn over time. You're going to get an inherent value out of use. When I pay $20 for this card and take it to tournaments, I'm going to get some long-term value use. I'm going to get month after month after month. It doesn't matter that there's a reprint announced. Guess what? 4 months later, I'm going to use this for 4 months, and it's only going to fall $5 to $10. Maximum. It'll probably still be $15. So I'm only going to lose X value and use this for 4 months. It's something I've had to learn over time, that value actually means something, because time is money. And the time you're going to be using it versus the time you wouldn't be to get rid of it is money. So there's no reason to freak out about a $7, you know, to $10 maximum price fall. Like, what? Is Borreload ever going to be under a $10 card? You'd almost have to have a guaranteed promo, right? So you have that expected value of return for buying it versus how bad is it going to be trying to grab this in a Kaiba collection. So that's just something to consider. You know, sometimes things don't fall. What about Bingo Machine Go? Bingo Machine Go, it's not even played in some Blue Eyes decks. It's just expensive because it's the Duelist pack that gets overhyped for characters cards. That's like every single one of these character packs. Like, we go to any of the legendary Duelists. Let's go to Ancient Millennium. Do you think this is tearing up the meta? Ancient Gear Fusion? Nah, fam. It's just in a pack that didn't sell very well that's hard to get, and now the sealed products even gone up because the sealed products are just hard to get. That's literally it, man. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Open chat, live chat, all you chats. Any final words from open chat if you're in here, or anybody?
Oh yeah, John.
What up?
You look at Alpha the Electromagnetic Warrior.
Alpha the okay, that's where we're gonna end this stream. This is why you just have to look at TCG Player, John. Your job's not that hard, John. It's almost like I say things that revolve around the meta and mix it in with content, but you know, Magnet Warrior Market Watch coming up next, guys. See you later.